Hello, everyone, and welcome to Arm Wrestling News. My name is Pradeep, and today we are going to talk about Devon Larratt versus Evgeny Prudnik. The mind games, are these really comfortable against each other? Does Devon think he can easily beat Prudnik, or does Prudnik think he can beat Devon Larratt? It is getting kind of confusing, but the good thing is that Devon has accepted the match. His son's surgery has been preponed. It is now on 7th of November, and we are going to see Devon Larratt in Istanbul, Turkey. So many questions have already been answered. First question is that is Devon Larratt scared of Europeans? Maybe everyone is scared from guys like Levan or Denis Siplenkov. You should be scared to compete against them, but no one other than these two, maybe. I'm just kidding. So the match is going to happen. The second doubt that has been cleared is rule change. Engin Terzi has clarified that Devon not for once asked him anything about the rule set. He already knows what the rules are. So Devon is not manipulating the rules or not trying to do so. He is going to compete under East versus West rules. Devon doesn't need the auto strap rule to compete against Evgeny Prudnik, which is also amazing. The answer is yes, obviously. And I'm going to talk about the mind games later. But before, let's talk about some of the basic details of the match that few of the viewers may have missed, or many of the viewers may have missed. So this match was supposed to be between Evgeny Prudnik and Monster Michael Todd. But Michael Todd got injured in his shoulder and in his bicep. His bicep had a partial tear. His shoulder had a complete tear. So he went through an MRI machine and he got the results, and his doctor told him that he needs to wait for at least 8 to 12 weeks before he can start competing once again. So Michael Todd was out of the game, and usually Engin Terzi comes up with replacement matches very early. He's very quick with that, and as soon as the match is cancelled, he doesn't even announce that it is cancelled. He comes back with a replacement and then he gives us the news. That is the style of Engin Terzi. And by the way, I just 2 minutes before this live stream, I recorded an interview with Mr. Engin Terzi. It will be uploaded. It was a short interview, 10 questions about East versus West 5. Short interview will be uploaded on East versus West Arm Wrestling channel, official YouTube channel of Engin Terzi and East versus West. Link is in the description, and also link is in the description for the pay-per-view as well. Please purchase that. November 19th, 8 p.m. Turkish time, the event starts. Devon versus Prudnik is going to be the main event. I just clarified that from Engin Terzi. It is going to be somewhat like 4 hours after that, maybe. So Joe is saying Devon is going to win 3-2. It can be like my prediction is also the same for this match. So then Devon was not sure if he's going to compete or not. And Devon uploaded a video. And in that video, he said that the reason why I'm not going to compete on November 19th is this, because my son is having a surgery. And then in the same video, he said that maybe I'll see you. And I got confused. I messaged Devon, bro, I didn't understand what you were trying to say. And Devon just told me that you should figure it out yourself with your news analysis brain. So that was amazing. I kind of got the idea from there that Devon is having that thought that he may not yet announce that the match is not happening, because there is a good possibility that it can happen, and it is happening, which is amazing. Please give me a feedback of the audio and video if it is good enough or not. So the match was fixed. Earlier, Devon was supposed to pull Prudnik in the January event, but he had to prepone it because there was no opponent available. Kurdecha was not ready to pull. Gennady was not available. So none of the arm wrestlers were available to pull Evgeny Prudnik. But now we have No Limits Devon Larratt, who just stepped up to the table with less than a month notice, which is amazing. You look good, Pradeep. 4K, okay? 720p, it is HD. Perfect audio and video. Kaushik Shiv, thank you for the support, brother. So now finally the match is going to happen. The main event. I have never seen Devon Larratt compete anywhere in any super match format, super match card, where he is not the main event. If Devon is competing in a card, he has to be the main event. King of the table, 400 series, 500 series, Devon was always the main event. WL I was talking about. And King of the table, Devon has competed twice, I think, 3 times. 3 times at King of the table, always been the main event. And I think it is going to continue for some years to come in the future as well. So 37 people have joined. Thank you very much, guys. Please like the video, and it helps with the algorithm. I've heard that somewhere. So Devon versus Evgeny Prudnik, are they playing mind games? The reason why I say that there may be some mind games because everyone is favoring Devon Larratt. Because we heard that these two practice pulled with each other about a month ago, and everyone is saying, whoever saw that video, I've not seen it personally. I somehow got the link to that video, but it said the link has expired because it is almost 1 month old, and now I don't want to go on a savage scavenging for that, hunting for that video. Not going to do that. Okay, but I've heard enough that people are saying that Prudnik cannot deal with Devon's king's move, Devon's open arm top roll, and the word was that Devon didn't even have to go in a fully stretched king's move. He was just leaning back a little bit like his usual style, and he was holding Prudnik comfortably. And we saw after that in Chan Shaw's video that he was even telling Prudnik how to beat the king's move. He was telling him to climb. So at that time, Devon didn't know at that time that he is the one who is going to be competing against Evgeny. Otherwise, he may not have told him how to beat the king's move. He was training him to beat Michael Todd. Maybe that can backfire on him. That can backfire on. Send me the new link, Joe is saying. Okay. So this is the reason why everyone thinks, and of course, Devon's fan base. This is also the reason why Devon is 75-80% favorite to win this match. I don't think Devon has ever been in a super match where he's not the favorite in audience polls. I don't know how that works, but Devon was favorite against Levan Saginashvili. He was getting almost 60% votes that he's going to beat Levan Saginashvili. Not just one round, the entire match. Devon was favorite in the polls against Denis Siplankov as well. So this is how it works. If Devon is competing, he will be the favorite in the eyes of his fans, that he's going to win that match no matter who the opponent is. So no one is betting. So no one was betting on Evgeny Prudnik. Then I'm not saying it is fake. I think it is. Some people were saying it is not true, Devon's report, but he showed in those, but he talked about in his MRI reports that the doctor told that his wrist is completely messed up, his elbow is messed up. It is as bad as it can get. Also, the joints in his hand, wrist and fingers, everything is messed up. The meniscus is torn, bicep is still torn. Devon told us about those MRI reports. I think that is 100% true. This is how Devon's reports should look like after sustaining so much damage over a 3-decade long career. This is what Devon told us. But I think the reason why Devon told us about this now is that some people should start thinking that Evgeny Prudnik maybe has a chance, because Devon's arm is so much damaged after Levan Saginashvili match. So I think Devon wants us to feel that Prudnik has the chance, because Devon has some stakes in the Stake Kings website. I think he has some kind of partnership in that, all of the betting going there. So I believe that Devon wants us to believe that his injuries are so much that maybe because of his young age and maybe because of Devon's old age, Prudnik has a chance to win this match. This is how I think Devon was trying to act in that video. Maybe I'm just dreaming. King Pradeep Jung only, thank you very much for joining the live stream, brother. Okay, not being able to buy a shirt, and yeah, I also, but maybe Engin will listen to me. I'll message him after that. I never knew that there is a limited time for him to buy those t-shirts. I also couldn't get one. I only have one t-shirt from the first event, and I for sure wanted to buy this one. Let's see if there is a possibility. Yeah, I think you are right. And Evgeny Prudnik was not able to deal with it, but everyone, even Michael Todd, was saying that Prudnik is an actor. Do not believe in what he's saying. Do not believe Evgeny Prudnik. Maybe he was not going all out. And even in Engin Terzi's stream, Prudnik himself said that he did not give it his all. He was just trying to figure out what can happen, like what are the weaknesses in Devon Larratt's game. I'm not sure why he was trying to find out the weaknesses, because maybe because he already knew that the match is going to be in January, so he tried to find some weaknesses. But if that was genuinely like correct assumption or correct mindset from Prudnik, if that was the truth, why would he tell that on Engin's interview? He would carry forward with that lie that yes, Devon felt overwhelming, he tried everything, but he did not say that. He tried to clarify that he was just trying to figure out the weaknesses. So anything can happen. Maybe Prudnik is also playing mind games. Maybe he knew that this match can happen. That is why he didn't give it all he had. And the speed element, practice pulls are slow. Devon's weakness can be great speed, and Prudnik has that speed. So that element Some people are thinking that Devon is just going to destroy him 3-0. I do not believe that, because practice pull situation, yes, Devon was more tired. Some people were saying Devon arm wrestled for the entire day and still beat Prudnik up. That was pretty amazing. If that actually happened, and this is not even peaked trained condition, Devon and Prudnik was actually training, preparing for Monster Michael Todd. If that was real, then Prudnik may be in some serious trouble. But I think if we combine the speed element to this, the speed is going to force Devon to be on the defensive side, losing side. I don't think he was ever in the defensive side, at least not close to the pad in that practice poll. Sandbagging, he's saying, and 3-0 Evgeny, flash pin, okay. Is that match officially announced? Yes, brother, it is officially announced. And I uploaded a video, 5 things that you need to know about this match. It's coffin, bro. You should press the bell icon if you have subscribed to Armwrestling News. You won't miss another update. Devon will flash pin Prudnik. No, that cannot happen ever. Devon will not flash pin Prudnik. And I think Prudnik is also smart enough to lay down if Devon stops him. But I'm not sure if Devon stops him in round 1, then he's either strong or fast enough to do anything in the later rounds. It may be difficult. If Devon stops you first round, even if you lay down, yes, you're not burning out yourself, but still maybe you're not at the same level as him. So maybe the speed is not going to work in the next round as well, and it is going to be difficult. Devon has seen that the reffing can be loose at East versus West. So I think the referees have to be very strict. There needs to be a long 30-minute briefing for this match, especially because we saw that Prudnik also likes to mess around a lot in the setup. Against Matt Mask, we saw that. Against Todd Hutchings, he was fairly easy to set up. And Devon is not easy to set up. Everyone knows that. Someone was saying that Engin should invite Bartwood as a special referee for this match. That was amazing. Are they playing mind games seriously? In short, yes. So Devon's mind game that I got, that we just discussed about, is Devon is trying to undersell himself. I think Devon wants that stakings part too, because Devon is sold out and Prudnik is not selling. I've heard. I haven't checked that website in a long time. But if Devon keeps on saying that I'm just an old man, my arm is injured, look at my MRI reports, I think he's trying to have a balance between those polls where Evgeny Prudnik is also the favorite to win in many people's eyes, at least 40% of them. Igor Mazurenko with a thumbs up. Thank you, brother. Will the winner have their ball ticket? Why did Devon escape from super heavyweight division? Because he's not a super heavyweight. If we talk about 115 kg, he intentionally needs to force feed himself, like to get to that 270, 275, 280 weight. I don't think Devon is a super heavyweight, especially when we have the 115 kg weight category now. That weight category, it never used to exist. I'm not sure if we have seen that weight category before. WAF, yes, 110 kg. For many years, Zloty used to have only 95 plus. So if you weigh 95.1 kilos, you are a super heavyweight, which was ridiculous. Denis Plinkov was arm wrestling guys like, not Rustam. Rustam was below 95, but he was arm wrestling lighter guys. So that category didn't make any sense. 110 looks good, but I think 115 is perfect. If we go to 120, there wouldn't be many plates in that category. It will be the super heavyweights only, because the field is not that deep if we talk about elite talent in arm wrestling. So to answer your question, brother, I don't think Devon is a super heavyweight, and I don't think he should be there. If he genuinely wants to be number 1, like nobody can beat me, I think it has to come up with a weight cap. Devon cannot do that at an unlimited weight. It may not be possible. And yes, I have now started to agree with it, that the level of arm wrestling, even in the super heavyweights, may not have increased. It is just the number of arm wrestlers. It is just Levan Saginashvili who has increased the level. And that statement is coming especially after we saw Farid Osmanli beat Vitaly Laletin. Yes, it was a close match, and Vitaly already had a match or two. He already kind of got opened up by Zaur Pezolaev, but still Farid did beat him. So his best chance is to be number 1 at heavyweight. Okay, for those of you who have joined recently, the news is that this match is going to be the main event. I just confirmed it from Engin Terzi, and yes, it is the main event. John Brzezinski does not want his own match to be the main event. He wants to enjoy more matches. So John is going to pull early, maybe the 10th or 11th match. I would pay $20 more to see Bartwood rev this match, Joe is saying. Okay. His only chance to number one is heavyweight. Yes, 115. And Prudnik came up with a very funny video. He was saying that he wanted to be top in the super heavyweight. Levan Saginashvili destroyed him. Now he dropped weight. I'm going to destroy him at 115. If then he will drop more weight, 105. Ongarbayev will destroy him at 105. If he drops more weight, goes to 95 or 100, then Rustam Babayev is going to destroy him. Then Devon Larratt will be a lightweight forever. And you told this statement. He talked about this statement with Dave Xavier. Dave was laughing. You're saying that that is a powerful statement. Main event is not Hermes versus Dave. No, brother, no. Main event is, so Hermes versus Dave is going to be before, like Hermes versus Morozov on the left arm is going to be after that. So Hermes versus Dave is nowhere near the main event. I think Devon takes this due to his physical attributes. Prudnik's weakness. If you are thinking about betting on Evgeny Prudnik, your main concern should be Prudnik's ability to deal with the top role when he is himself going for the top role. We saw that weakness against Ongarbayev. Of course, he was trying to do something different. I think even now, I believe that Evgeny Prudnik could have beaten Ongarbayev 6-0 in 2019 top 8 if he wanted to, because he was able to hook him quite easily. But when he tried to out top roll him, it didn't work. It didn't work. Now the situation turns out to be, and this is why I believe I'm predicting Devon to win this match 3-2 or maybe 3-1 on a good day for Devon Larratt. The reason for that is Devon cannot be hooked. Maybe Levan Saginashvili can do that on the right arm. Maybe Denis Siplankov in his prime can do that. But it is really difficult. Devon is always, even before the go, he's leaning back, he's shaking, he's just ready to open up his arm. Everything for that pronation, everything for that pronation. Maybe even if you get a slight cup on him, by the time you reach near the pad trying to finish him, your wrist is going to go back. So I don't think it is possible to hook Devon Larratt's King's move. And when Prudnik cannot hook the King's move, he has to top roll it. And to out top roll Devon's King's move, it can be really difficult for Prudnik. This is why I believe stylistically it is a difficult match. When people say that Prudnik is the John Brzezinski of now, I do not believe that statement, because I believe John Brzezinski was more well-rounded. If I had to bet who would win in a match, like if they went fresh for fresh, bang in a hook, maybe Prudnik could beat John Brzezinski. Even in his prime, it can be close. I think it can be close. But if they both go top roll versus top roll, I don't think Prudnik is nowhere near John Brzezinski. John definitely has the advantage in that department. Are we able to see the matches live here? No, bro. Today there are no matches. Stallion. Nope. November 19th, 8 p.m. Turkish time. Pay-per-view link is in the description. Open arm top roll, not a King's move. To me, it is the same thing. To me, it is the same thing. Basically, I would say the King's move. Ryan explained it well in an interview. If you're rotating while going down and also rotating, not just trying to pronate, just rotating your own arm, and then for me it is a King's move. It is a King's move. If Devon wins, this is an upset. If Devon wins, can we call this an upset? If Devon wins, I don't think so. I think they are fairly matched. They are fairly matched. Traditional style wise, if we eliminate the King's move, I think Prudnik is much stronger. If that match goes in a hook, I don't think Devon has any chance. But for that King's move, that makes that match fairly balanced, slightly more balanced towards Devon Larratt. And I know arm wrestlers tell us not to compare matches, but I do not believe that in that theory too much. We can compare matches. If we see Matt Mask versus Devon, how Devon was redlining against Matt always, and Devon is not much bigger in weight now. He's at a similar weight at which he was redlining against Matt Mask. He had to King's move him and drag his elbow back, and Prudnik doesn't even feel Matt Mask. Like he's almost dead moving Matt Mask. Todd Hutchings, same thing. Devon redlining King's move, actually got pinned a couple of times in that match against Todd Hutchings, and Prudnik doesn't even feel Todd Hutchings. So there is a strength gap. I think there is a strength gap, but that can easily be neglected or nullified with Prudnik's King's move. Can we call it an upset? Nope. No, this won't be an upset. Pradeep, where do you think Pradeep, where do you think Denis Siplenkov is ranked right now? I think Denis Siplenkov right now, if he competes. If we talk officially, since he has not competed at all, he's nowhere. I wouldn't even rank him in top 20. But since I've heard some stories of how strong he can be right now, I think maybe top 8. He's already top 8. He's already top 8. John was a special, very special. The Brezink of 2005 says just awesome and beastly. And yes, you definitely like to see the arm wrestlers compete even now. Like you can watch their matches. Even now you can watch their older matches, but it doesn't give you the same feeling. The arm wrestling community, especially who started watching arm wrestling after 2018, they have not seen guys like Engin Terzi compete enough in arm wrestling. We have not seen that. And now especially like now we know Engin Terzi in so much detail. He has done hundreds and hundreds of interviews. We know Engin's personal life, how he thinks. We know Engin Terzi as a promoter behind East versus West. Now imagine Engin Terzi competing on a King of the Table card. Engin Terzi versus RVJ, 95 kg weight cap. Now that match would have special attention. We would love to see it even more. You will not get to see that attention watching him compete before. The same thing that we got to see when John Brezing came back 1.5 years ago against Chan Shaw. Yes, it was amazing to see John Brezing's older matches, but when you know John Brezing enough, and now you're going to see him compete again, this gives that extra excitement. Pradeep, who wins, Prudnik or Dadikyan? Right hand. Oh, of course Prudnik. Of course Prudnik. Pradeep, okay, I read that. Perhaps the under table king's move is not George's signature move. Perhaps he is just above the table, open arm, top roll, yeah, shoulder. Crazy George is never below the table. He's never below the table. And Dennis's top 8 is crazy, but I believe it. Yes, I think he's top 8. Farid had with Brazing because I haven't seen except. And Farid Osmanli is a hook arm wrestler. He was a hook arm wrestler. He had some injuries, I think. He switched to top roll and he out top rolled Vitaly Lalitin. That was amazing. That kind of shows that the arm wrestling level, maybe it has not increased in last 1 decade. Maybe just it is about Levan Seginashvili who has been transcending the level of arm wrestling. No king's move needed. Devon destroys him. I think there will be a king's move needed. I think Prudnik's side pressure is going to be enough to force Devon in a king's move. Devon will get the stop like he did with his last match with John. It will look like that, yes. Devon will make Prudnik submit for sure. But it wouldn't be like John versus Devon where John completely got drained out immediately. I don't think it will be like that. And you have to support the pay-per-view, guys. We have seen Engin Terzi talk about it in his live streams that Devon is expensive. Devon is expensive. Cheers from Norway. This is one thing that for me, it is strange. And for me, it is professional also because Devon doesn't care about money at all. Like you can see Devon's YouTube channel and you can tell immediately that Devon doesn't care about money. He did not even put his email on his channel. I think now maybe it is there. I didn't check. I told him to do that almost a year ago that please add an email so that sponsors can approach you, advertisers can approach you. Maybe he did that, maybe it still isn't there. You can see at Devon's channel and you know that Devon does not like to make a lot of money, but when it is about matches, Devon likes to get more money. And that is for me kind of a professionalism. Like this is my art, this is my talent. For me, this is for this I'm trying to get as much money as I can, but I just cannot care enough about other sources. I believe he will win because win but use your head a bit. I believe he will win but use your head. Okay, I will use my head. I'll try to do that. Devon is a good man. Of course he is, Alexander. And this time there is no animosity. Maybe I'm evil. You guys tell me, am I an evil person to think that Devon should say something disrespectful to Prudnik to hype this match more? Like right now I'm feeling this friendly vibe. They're trying to hype the match up, but I'm feeling this friendly vibe. Maybe Devon should say something really disrespectful, and things can get serious. Am I a bad person for wishing that? Or maybe some of you are also thinking like that the same. Maybe you also want Devon to say something bad to Prudnik, and now it is personal. Then we are going to enjoy this match more, just like the Levan Saginashvili match. No, hype is good also for the sport. I think the hype is good right now. Okay, okay. But the thing that I was saying, that personal hate, I love to see that between players. Saying P word to Levan, yeah, coasted his arm. I don't think it would matter with Prudnik. Maybe Devon needs to come up with something else. This time, this time people underestimate Prudnik so much. Yes, I think so. Everyone is, like we talked about it earlier, everyone is going to get underestimated when we talk about Devon Larratt. There is not a match on this planet where Devon is not the favorite to win. Right now, if you create a poll today, who wins in 3 months, Devon Larratt versus Levan Saginashvili, I think the arm wrestling community, even the fans who have joined very recently, even some of them who are really young, they may be smart enough to vote for Levan Saginashvili. But I'm sure once Devon starts hyping that matchup, that poll would change just like the last time, and Devon will be favorite once again in that rematch as well. In polls, Devon is favorite, but I think Prudnik is. I think it can be close. I'm slightly favoring Devon in that match, 3-2 or 3-1, like a 58-42 for Devon. Prudnik is a beast, never been underestimated in all his matches so far, but with Devon, it's Devon. So just being objective. I agree. So guys, do like are there any of you from 87 year of you who are watching who have not subscribed to the East versus West official arm wrestling channel? Just type East versus West or go to the link in the description. I am running that YouTube channel for Engin Terzi, and it is doing great so far. Like, I got it monetized in just over a couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks, bam, monetized, and 3 weeks, 3,000 subscribers. That's how it fast it was. Amazing. And I think right now it is the fastest growing English arm wrestling channel. Devon will destroy Prudnik. OD1SSEAS. How do you pronounce that? Jesus M. Devon versus Evgeny co-main event. No, it is the main event. We just talked about it. I confirmed it from Angie Terzi. The interview will be dropping soon on East versus West Arm Wrestling channel. As soon as I end this live meeting, that file will get converted, and I'll post it on the channel. Pradeep, moving on up here. Okay. Yeah, great. Like, I have great plans for that channel. Unfortunately, there are some restrictions because Engin Terzi, Engin likes, like, he's not using anyone's stuff. So maybe sometimes for editing, I need some photos, but Engin is like, yes, we have East versus West. Use East versus West photos, and which is a good thing. Like the perfect YouTube channel where you can imagine like 100% your own stuff. You're not going to take anything from anywhere else. That is East versus West arm wrestling for you. We have idea of other arm wrestlers, but Devon is always like enigma. Nobody knows how strong he is. I think we know how strong Devon is. I don't agree with this statement that I think we know exactly where how strong Devon Larratt is. Do you think Prudnik can beat Chafee? That is a good match for me. That is a good match for me. Top roll, I think Dave Chafee would top roll Prudnik as easy as you can top roll anyone. But after I saw Morozov and Kinadi force the hook on Dave Chafee, I think Prudnik's ability, I'm not saying he's stronger in the hook than those two guys, but his ability to get in the hook is amazing. He can get in a hook really, really fast. And what is next for these two guys? Like, tell me, maybe after this live stream ends, because I'm going to end it in just a minute, who would you like to see Prudnik go up against if he wins and if he loses? And who would you like to see Devon go up against if he wins this match or if he loses this match? For me, I think Prudnik versus Gennady, that can be an amazing match. Prudnik versus Dave Chafee, this can also be amazing if the match with Devon is close. And for Devon, I think Devon versus Gennady. I think Devon can beat Gennady, but still that match would be amazing. And who else? Who else? Devon versus Jerry, that rematch, or Devon versus Chafee, that rematch once again. I think all of them can be exciting. I would like to see Devon versus Jerry more. I think I still believe that Devon can beat Dave Chaffee, but I would love to see those matches. Just don't ever stop speaking your mind, regardless when certain arm wrestler influencer disagree and tell you to fall in the lane. No, I have never done that, and I will never do that. I'll always speak my mind. I don't think Devon can beat Gennady. Gennady has shown some weakness against top rollers. Maybe this is why I'm thinking like that. And thank you, J.R. Williams. I'll not do that. Some people like to tell me just because I speak my mind. I'm not falling for the. I'm not falling in the matrix, as Mr. Tate would call it. They're telling me that I'm burning bridges. I can create my own bridges maybe in the future. Thank you very much, brother. I I love all of you. What's your prediction for Devon versus Prudnik? 3-2 Devon. In my opinion, which is most likely the truth? Devon is not an elite arm wrestler. What is the definition of elite? Thank you very much, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, East versus West, link in the description, and purchase the pay-per-view as well. Bye.